The internet is on absolute fire after shocking rumors leaked last night. And if true, it's about to change everything we thought we knew about Bambi, Scrappy, and Rayface. A leaked hospital report just surfaced, and it claims that Bambi might be pregnant. But here's where it gets crazy. Nobody knows who the father is. Sources close to the situation are saying it could be Scrappy's baby. Or it could be Rayface's. And let's just say, neither man is taking this lightly. Both Scrappy and Rayface are reportedly demanding DNA tests, and behind the scenes, it's turning into a full-blown war. Family members are getting dragged into it. Private messages are getting leaked. And now, insiders are hinting that this pregnancy scandal might expose even darker secrets from Bambi's past. What started as a messy breakup and rebound relationship might now end in legal battles, broken friendships, and one of the biggest betrayals love and hip-hop has ever seen. And trust me, it only gets crazier from here. When the first whispers started making the rounds, no one wanted to believe it. Bambi? Pregnant? Again? After everything she had just been through, the messy breakup with Scrappy, the explosive diary leaks, and her scandalous new romance with Rayface. The last thing anyone expected was a pregnancy scandal to drop right in the middle of it all. But here we are. And it's way messier than anyone imagined. According to insiders, it all started when an anonymous tip hit a popular gossip blog, claiming that Bambi had been spotted leaving a private women's clinic in Atlanta, looking emotional and holding what appeared to be a medical file. At first, it was just rumors, just whispers. But then, the internet detectives got to work, and within hours, hospital staff leaks started surfacing, hinting that Bambi wasn't just there for a checkup. She was allegedly pregnant. But wait, it gets crazier. Because sources close to Bambi's inner circle started leaking even more jaw-dropping details. Turns out, even Bambi herself wasn't 100% sure who the father might be. And that's when all hell broke loose. Behind the scenes, things were spiraling. Scrappy, who had been relatively quiet since the diary scandal, suddenly started popping up in private conversations, furious, confused, and demanding answers. Meanwhile, Rayface, who had been flaunting his relationship with Bambi all over Instagram, went completely silent. No stories. No posts. Not even a like. Sources say Rayface felt blindsided by the rumors and started asking around to see if Scrappy had been secretly seeing Bambi behind his back. Because here's the bombshell. Some insiders are claiming that Bambi and Scrappy had a secret meetup, just days before the pregnancy news leaked. Yep. According to a close friend of Scrappy's, he was spotted leaving Bambi's apartment at 3 a.m., wearing a hoodie and trying to stay low-key. And if that's true, the question becomes painfully obvious. Is the baby Scrappy's or Rayface's? Meanwhile, social media was exploding. Fans didn't know what to think. Was this another messy love triangle? Was Bambi trying to get revenge on Scrappy? Was Rayface just a rebound all along? Speculation ran wild. One fan tweeted, "If Bambi ends up pregnant by Scrappy after moving on with Rayface, I'm done. Ein hi, messy queen." Another posted, "Y'all better leave Bambi alone. She's been through enough. Let her live." But the real drama wasn't just online. It was behind closed doors. Sources say Scrappy's family, especially his mother, wasn't taking the news well. Word on the street is, Mama D allegedly told close friends, "I always knew she wasn't done with my son. Some ties you can't break, even with divorce papers." At the same time, Rayface's team was reportedly urging him to step back, quietly advising him to request a paternity test before making any public moves. And that's exactly where things started heating up. Because just when we thought it was settling down, this happened. Private messages leaked, allegedly between Bambi and a close friend, where Bambi admitted she was nervous about the timing and didn't want to hurt anyone. In one particularly heartbreaking message, Bambi allegedly wrote, "I didn't plan for this. I don't want to make it worse." Fans were quick to screenshot, repost, and decode every word. Was she talking about Scrappy, or Rayface, or both? Thoughts. Uncertainty fueled even more chaos. Suddenly, everyone had a theory. Everyone had an opinion. And both Scrappy and Rayface were being dragged into the battlefield, whether they liked it or not. But wait. Here's where things take a wild turn. Because according to a hospital insider, there's more to the story than just who the father is. Apparently, Bambi's medical reports, the ones that leaked anonymously, showed that she had been under extreme emotional stress leading up to her visit. Stress that could have serious consequences for her health and the babies. Doctors reportedly advised her to avoid conflict and emotional distress. But come on, how do you avoid conflict when two men are about to battle it out over who's the real father of your unborn child? It's a pressure cooker, and it's about to explode. Meanwhile, Rayface wasn't sitting quietly anymore. Behind the scenes, he started pressuring Bambi for answers. Sources say he even threatened to walk away unless she came clean about everything. The timeline, the last time she saw Scrappy, the truth behind the late-night meetings. But Bambi, she went radio silent, no posts, no likes, no comments. Nothing. Just a blacked-out profile picture and a cryptic Instagram story that said, "Protect your peace at all costs." Fans immediately assumed it was a shot at both men, or at the situation itself. Either way, the damage was done. The gossip pages went into overdrive. The hashtags "Who is the father" and "Bambi baby scandal" started trending, and it wasn't just fans watching. Other celebrities started chiming in too, some throwing shade, others offering support. One love. And hip-hop star even posted, "Y'all out here worried about Bambi's baby when half y'all don't know who your baby daddy is. Stay out her business. Ouch. But just when we thought it couldn't get any worse?" A close friend of Rayface allegedly leaked another bombshell. Bambi had scheduled 2 separate paternity consultations, one under her real name and one under an alias. That's right. She wasn't just preparing for one test, he was preparing for 2. So with Bambi secretly booking not 1, but 2 paternity consultations, it became crystal clear. Even she wasn't sure who the father was. And when that information leaked to the blogs, the internet absolutely exploded. Fans felt betrayed, supporters felt confused, and both Scrappy and Rayface, they were blindsided and furious. According to sources close to Scrappy, he had already been preparing himself mentally for the possibility that Bambi's baby could be his. But he didn't expect to find out through a gossip page with millions of followers. One insider claimed Scrappy punched a wall when he saw the leak, reportedly shouting, "This ain't how you find out you might have a kid." Meanwhile, over on Rayface's side, things weren't any better. Sources say he immediately cut off all communication with Bambi, unfollowing her on Instagram, deleting every photo they had together, and sending her a cold 2-word text. "We're done." It wasn't just heartbreak anymore. It was public humiliation. But wait, it gets even messier. Because just hours after Rayface's cold breakup text, another shockwave hit social media. Scrappy's sister posted a series of cryptic Instagram stories, heavily implying that Scrappy had never truly cut ties with Bambi in the first place. One of her posts read, "When you play with fire, you get burned. Loyalty ain't just a word." Another post simply showed a clock ticking, with the caption, "Truth always comes out." Fans went into detective mode, piecing together old sightings, screenshots, and videos, proving that Scrappy and Bambi had been spotted together multiple times over the past few months, even though they were supposedly broken up. Could it be that their story never really ended? And if so, was Rayface just a pawn caught in the middle? Meanwhile, Bambi was reportedly isolating herself completely. Close friends say she wasn't answering texts. She turned off comments on all her posts. She even canceled 2 scheduled brand deals, something she rarely ever does. It was clear, Bambi was spiraling. And honestly, who could blame her? The pressure was unbearable. 2 men demanding answers, family drama, exploding online fans dissecting. Every move she made, one friend close to Bambi confided. "She's scared. She didn't mean for it to get this far. But now it's out of her hands." But here's where things took another wild, completely unexpected turn. Just when everyone was gearing up for a long, messy court battle over paternity rights, another leak surfaced. And this one blew the entire situation wide open. A private voicemail, allegedly recorded by Bambi herself, was leaked to a shady blog. And in the voicemail, Bambi can be heard sobbing, saying, "I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I never wanted it to be like this. I still love him. I just didn't know how to fix it." Fans immediately started speculating. Who was she talking about? Scrappy? Rayface? Both? Meanwhile, insiders claim that Bambi's inner circle was split right down the middle. Some were urging her to go public, release a statement, clear the air, take control of the narrative. Others were telling her to lay low, ride out the storm, and let the lawyers handle it. And while Bambi wrestled with what to do next, Scrappy was already making his move. According to legal documents leaked to a popular Atlanta-based blog, Scrappy had already filed paperwork requesting emergency paternity rights, meaning that he wanted official confirmation of whether or not he was the father before the baby was even born. This is a rare move, usually reserved for high-risk cases where the alleged father suspects foul play. Scrappy's reasoning? Sources say he allegedly told his attorney, "I need to know. I need to protect what's mine, or walk away for good." It was no longer just gossip. It was real. It was legal. And the stakes had never been higher. On the other side of town, Rayface wasn't staying silent either. Though he hadn't filed any legal documents yet, sources say he was privately consulting with attorneys, ready to fight for his rights if the baby turned out to be his. An insider close to Rayface revealed he's hurt. He feels betrayed, but he's not walking away if that baby's his. For a man who had only been in Bambi's life for a few months, Rayface was showing a surprising amount of loyalty. But was it too late? Because behind closed doors, Scrappy and Bambi's families were already gearing up for an ugly public showdown. Meanwhile, gossip blogs kept digging up more dirt. And what they found set social media on absolute fire. Old photos resurfaced of Scrappy and Bambi from months ago, pictures that had never been posted publicly, showing them looking cozy at private parties, quiet dinners, even one suspicious late-night car. Ride fans started putting together timelines. And the more they looked, the more it seemed like Bambi and Scrappy were never really over. Which led to the next mind-blowing theory. Was Rayface just a distraction all along? Was Bambi trying to make Scrappy jealous? Or worse, was she using Rayface to get over Scrappy only to end up even more tangled in drama? Just when we thought things couldn't get any uglier, a hospital worker anonymously leaked that Bambi had scheduled an emergency paternity screening, with both Scrappy and Rayface's names listed as potential fathers. Think about that. 2 men, 1 child. 1 DNA test. The tension was unbearable. The internet was melting down. One fan posted, "We need a full 3-part Netflix documentary on this scandal, ASAP." Another joked, "Jerry Springer would have made millions off this mess." Rip legend. But it was no joke for those involved. Bambi was still silent. Scrappy was still filing motions. Rayface was still standing by, watching, waiting, preparing. And just when it seemed like everyone was holding their breath, something even crazier happened, because out of nowhere, a third name entered the chat. Someone unexpected. Someone nobody saw coming. And that changes everything. A third name? Just when we thought this scandal couldn't get any wilder, a third man's name surfaced, and it sent shockwaves through social media. According to explosive leaks from hospital insiders, Bambi had listed another emergency contact in her hospital forms, a name that caught everyone completely off guard. Rodney, a former close friend of Scrappy's, someone Bambi had reportedly kept in touch with for years. Fans immediately lost their minds. Was Rodney just listed for support? Or was he somehow connected to the paternity confusion too? One insider whispered, "It's messier than y'all think. Rodney's been around for a minute." Not saying he's the father, but there's history there. And with that little leak, speculation exploded all over again. On Twitter, hashtags like, "Who is the father?", "Bambigate", "3 men and a baby" started trending worldwide. TikTokers began creating full conspiracy timelines, breaking down every move Bambi made over the past 6 months, analyzing handshakes, eye contact, event appearances, trying to crack the case like it was a true crime documentary. One viral TikTok video racked up 12 million views overnight, captioned, "At this point, we need Maury and CSI." The memes were savage. The jokes were endless. But for Bambi, Scrappy, Rayface, and now Rodney, it was anything but funny. Meanwhile, Scrappy wasn't staying silent anymore. Sources say he started gathering his own evidence: old texts, DMs, photos, witness statements, anything that could prove he had never truly separated from Bambi, anything that could challenge Rayface's claims if needed. Insiders claim he even had a private investigator tailing Rayface, just in case anything shady came up. That could help his case, because Scrappy's mindset now? Simple. If I'm the father, I'm stepping up. If not, I'm burning it all down. Heavy words, but considering the level of betrayal he felt, understandable. On the other side, Rayface was playing it smarter and quieter. His team reportedly advised him to lay low until the DNA results came back, to avoid lawsuits, public backlash, and damaging his brand any further. But make no mistake, behind the scenes, Rayface was furious. According to a source close to him, he feels like a clown. He trusted her. And now he's just waiting to see if he spent the last 6 months raising another man's baby. The emotional damage was done, no matter what the test said. And as for Rodney, he stayed completely silent. No interviews, no statements, no social media activity whatsoever. But the silence? It was deafening. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, Bambi's stress levels were reportedly through the roof, forcing doctors to order strict bed rest and limit visitors completely. Only immediate family allowed. No media, no outsiders, and definitely no men involved in the paternity scandal. Friends say Bambi was heartbroken, confused, and feeling completely trapped. She allegedly told one close friend, "I never meant for it to get this messy. I thought I could fix it before it blew up. But now, there was no fixing it. It was already out in the world, and it was only getting uglier. Just when we thought the scandal couldn't twist any deeper, another bombshell hit. A handwritten letter from Bambi allegedly surfaced, leaked by a former assistant. In the letter, Bambi poured her heart out. I was broken after Scrappy. I didn't think anyone could love me again. Rayface was good to me, but my heart was still confused." The letter stopped short of admitting to anything, but it painted a heartbreaking picture. Bambi wasn't calculating. She wasn't evil. She was lost, caught between two men, both representing different parts of her broken heart. And now, possibly, 3 men entangled in the aftermath. Meanwhile, media outlets started swarming the hospital. Paparazzi were camped outside 24/7. Helicopters were spotted hovering above. Even news vans lined up across the street, waiting for any glimpse of Bambi, Scrappy, or Rayface. It wasn't just a celebrity scandal anymore. It had become a full-blown media circus. Hospital security had to tighten protocols, banning cameras, drones, and even firing a few employees suspected of leaking inside information. But despite the chaos, one thing was clear. The truth was coming. And fast, because just when the tension reached its peak, the paternity test results were rushed. Both Scrappy and Rayface submitted DNA samples. Rodney's name, however, wasn't officially included, which only fueled more conspiracy theories about why he was even listed in the first place. Inside sources say the results would be privately delivered within 48 hours. That's all that stood between chaos and clarity. And yet, nobody was ready for what those results were about to reveal. In the meantime, fans started taking sides. Team Scrappy, Team Rayface. Team Bambi deserves better. The comment sections turned into full-on battlegrounds. Friendships ended. Fan pages were created and destroyed overnight. The anticipation was unbearable. Was Bambi about to reunite with Scrappy? Would Rayface walk away forever? Or would some dark new truth come to light that nobody saw coming? And then the leak started. Someone from inside the legal offices whispered to a gossip outlet, "It's not who everyone thinks." Fans freaked out. What did that mean? Scrappy posted a cryptic Instagram story, a chessboard. One piece, the queen, tipped over. No caption, just that haunting image. Rayface posted nothing. Bambi stayed silent. The world waited. The hours felt like 48 years, and when the clock finally ran out, the results dropped. Official leak, Rayface is not the father. Immediate chaos. Fans flooded Rayface's page with apologies, jokes, memes. But hold on, the second result dropped. Scrappy? Also, not the father. Complete meltdown. Panic, shock, confusion. It wasn't Scrappy. If it wasn't Rayface, then who? And that's when whispers about Rodney exploded back into the spotlight. Fans demanded answers. Comment sections exploded. We knew it wasn't Rayface. Scrappy was a distraction. This girl played all of them. SMH. Suddenly, Rodney's social media started gaining thousands of followers overnight, with people flooding his DMs, tagging him, spamming his photos, but Rodney stayed silent. Not a word. No denials. No confirmations, just eerie silence. And now, Bambi's entire world has shifted. Scrappy has reportedly filed to cut all ties permanently. Rayface has moved on, posting a photo of him partying with friends, captioned, "Energy transfer, complete." And Bambi, sources say she's considering leaving Atlanta entirely to start over somewhere no one knows her name. As for Rodney, well, sources say a new paternity petition might already be in motion. But whether that will bring closure, or just open new wounds, only time will tell. Because in the world of celebrity betrayal, nothing ever stays buried for long, especially not when millions are watching. And just like that, the story flipped upside down. The real question now, will Rodney step up and claim responsibility? Will Bambi finally tell her side of the story? Or is there another twist hiding just around the corner, waiting to blow this entire thing wide open all over again? What do you think? Drop your theories in the comments below. Was Scrappy too quick to walk away? Did Rayface dodge a bullet? Or is Bambi hiding even more than we know? Smash that subscribe button right now, because believe us, this storm is only getting started. New receipts, new leaks, and even bigger bombshells could drop at any moment.